Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Behind me is the newest piece of equipment at Wolfe Ridge Manufacturing in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. This is the OTC Industrial double station robotic welding cell. Kevin's going to give me a tour of this new piece of equipment, and Kevin is the production manager here at Wolfe Ridge.
What we have here is our new double station OTC robotic welding cell.
That's a mouthful.
And this piece of machinery was purchased mainly to weld the entire chassis of our Pro and Compact Commercial splitter series.
Okay, I see on there right now we've got a Pro beam kind of staged up.
So what we've got here is, prior to involving into the entire frame, we are going to set up to weld just the beam while we finish our fixturing to build the whole frame. So for now, this is what we are programming. Once this is all set up and done, we want to be able to build sub-weldments such as push blocks and other sorts of weldments that go onto our splitters onto the different sides of this, which we will have fixturing built onto this.
So Kevin's going to explain to me this fixture right here. This whole apparatus here will rotate, so you can you put multiple parts on at the same time?
Yeah, so basically the configuration is endless. We can put some push blocks on here, some, say maybe some large, some small, if we want to fit up both at the same time.
Okay. This
whole thing rotates. It's basically endless as far as the sub-weldments that we can put on this. And we can build a fixture to bolt on, and then the next, we take it off, put it back on, it goes in the same spot, hit go on the program.
So this will basically just follow its program and do, if you tell it to do the whole beam, will it do the whole beam?
Yeah, so this will be all one continuous operation.
That's crazy.
This will rotate, and these welds that are on the back side, this is going to end up being faced like this. The robot will come across and it will weld continuous this joint that we're not able to see right now.
Okay.
These will be welded in this position.
And as it is right now, we did a video a while back showing this on the Cobot. These were done, right?
That's right.
Yes, the collaborative robots. So it wasn't fully automatic like this. The collaborative one needs some guidance, or what would you say?
Yeah, so the main difference is in speed is this has got fencing all the way around it, which basically means stay out of here because this thing is moving. The collaborative arm, it's air moves they call it. They're traveling at a lot slower rate so that you don't run into it.
Okay.
This full cell, you step out of here and don't get in its way.
Yeah.
Because it's going to crash into something. If you set something in there, or if you're in the way, it's not slowing down for you. And that's hence the fencing versus the collaborative arm.
Well, and I see we got all of the UV curtains too. And then we have, what do you call it, a light fence?
These are called light barriers.
Or light curtain, right?
Light curtains, yep.
Yeah, so if that gets broke, it stops what it's doing, right?
That's right, yep.
And we've got a duplicate of this on the other side here. So as one guy is setting up the jigs over there, this one could be running, and then vice versa, right?
So the idea is that one guy would be tacking, you would load his parts while the machine is over there welding. When the machine is done welding, it'll come over here and weld his parts. At that time, that guy would unload his parts, load in new parts.
Okay.
So it's a two-person cell.
So the robot is not completely up and running yet, right? We're doing training on it right now, so we're not doing production yet.
That's right. It's fully operational. We're just still working on training to get our guys up to speed to be able to run it.
Yeah. So then next week, this thing should be burning beams together, right?
Next week, this thing will be burning beams together.
All right. We'll make sure we get coverage of that too. So guys, a week ago, this thing was in boxes on the ground here, and the guys got it all set up. And like I said, they're doing that training now. So let's take a walk around the rest of this thing and see what we can kind of get into. There's an access door here that's open right now. There you can see the box of welding wire. And then, Kevin, what do we got all going on over here?
Well, basically, this is the welding power source, which this is an OTC, and OTC makes the robot and the power source. So it's all combined together versus some of the other ones that are running a Lincoln power source. This is all designed by the same company, which is OTC. You're talking to one company about the whole entire cell.
Okay.
Any issues, you're talking to the same company, you're talking to the same guy, so I think that's going to be great for us.
That's cool. What is this?
This is a water-cooled chiller.
Okay.
So the torch is actually water-cooled, and this is what cools it.
Okay, so that's what those lines are for. This is the other station. But this one doesn't have that same big 1,600-pound block jig on it.
Right. So this will be the station that'll have the frame fixture in it, which this will drop down. Our Pro chassis will go onto it.
Okay.
It'll spin 180 degrees, do the rest of what it needs to do, and then it can potentially spin the other way.
Okay.
These headstocks and tailstocks were custom built for Wolfe Ridge.
Nice.
To be able to spin that chassis all the way around without the axle stub of a Pro chassis hitting that.
Ah, good call. Okay, so that's over there just for like training and setup purpose, basically, that Pro beam.
That's right.
Okay, then longer term, those are going to be done over here, and separate parts will be done on that side.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that we have curtains in the center here. Why do we have curtains there also?
Those curtains are supposed to be light curtains for the operators. I do believe we're going to end up having to raise those up on the account of our raised headstock and tailstock. I think that may have been missed to have those raised up higher.
So there's still some fine tuning to do.
There's still some fine tuning, yep.
Here we got the light curtain over here too. So like a week ago, I posted a short about this thing getting set up and put in place. And then of course there was some smart and some funny comments online about, oh, you're going to replace employees, or, oh, hey, this will never call in sick. But realistically, this isn't going to replace any of our employees.
No, definitely not. The thoughts behind this robot is actually that we would be able to gain employees, because a lot of the space in our manufacturing is used up by building the beams, building the subcomponents, and building the other aspects of some of these, the Pro compact chassis that we're hoping to combine all into one into this area and free up other space, which will allow us to bring in new ideas and new machines that we've been wanting to build and just don't have the manpower to be able to put into this roof. So it'll allow us to bring in, we're thinking maybe 2 to 3 extra employees once this streamlines everything.
So overall though, this is going to increase our throughput.
Yes, it'll definitely increase our throughput, and also, like I said, we'll be able to bring in new machines that we've been dreaming about and talking about internally, and just don't have the manpower and the space to do it in one shift. And
also the fab side too. This could potentially be used on the Wolfe Ridge fab side, right?
Yeah, we would love to find a customer that would fit well to be able to, you know, keep it, you know, do a little fill-in work.
That's a side of Wolfe Ridge that's growing too, is Wolfe Ridge Fab, where we make sub-assemblies and components for customers in all kinds of different industries. A lot of stuff not relating to firewood at all.
Yeah, we really would like to keep a healthy balance to be able to withstand any economic changes.
Nice to diversify, yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'm sorry that we weren't able to run it today, but stay tuned. I promise that we will. We'll do a how it's made video on one of the beams showing this whole thing, maybe doing the whole function of that. I think that would be kind of fun to do, right?
That'll be fun,
yeah. If you'd like more information on any of the Wolfe Ridge products, please check out our website, www.wolferidgemfg.com. You can give us a call or send us an email. I'll make sure I put all those links in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching, as always.
Thank you for the support.
And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next at Wolfe Ridge.